Well, this is an interesting new thing. Welcome to Jurassic Park. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some City Skylines. So I have a new cinematic intro here. I did want to quickly explain. We ended up taking a bailout. A lot of people wanted me to continue the series, so I went ahead and took a bailout for the city. The first things I did, actually the footage didn't come out, but simply put, all I did was disable the garbage services that we had and reduce their rate to about 50%, and left the game running basically from that point. That's kind of why I have this cinematic going in place of this footage. I did leave the game running a bit longer than I wanted to, actually, while I was rendering out last week's episode, and ended up getting about $500,000. I can assure you that I do have the statistics to show that I did leave the game running. I had no way spawned in the money using a mod or anything like that. So if you choose to believe me or not, that's up to you. But the money is earned legit, and like I said, all I did was disable some of our trash services, which did cause some issues to the farming district, but it does seem to have rebuilt itself starting now. So you can see that the farming district is built back up. One thing I did do, I got some surface painter mods, and these mods actually allow you to paint the ground with random things, so like pavement if you wanted to. So if I go over here and just kind of put some pavement down, you can see it does pavement. So what I did was just the farmland over in the farming district, which I think kind of adds to it. It's a bit of a weird off color. I was kind of expecting it to be like this yellow right here that you see, but I think it does add some character to this area, and there's obviously some spots that I missed. So, but yeah, you can see you just kind of fill in the spots here and there, and then it looks a lot better, I think. Another thing I did is I added a ton of assets, and by a ton I mean probably 800 megabytes of assets. My series isn't too heavily modded to the sense of gameplay, but it has a lot of custom assets. The biggest things for modded gameplay that I have, as I've mentioned before, but I'll continue to mention for anyone joining the series a little late, are Rush Hour, which changed the dynamics of money earned during the times of days, Traffic Manager, or Traffic President, I guess, which kind of just helps to set up different speeds and things like that on the roads if you need them, which I haven't done much of in this series yet, but I'm sure we'll use it in the future. What else? Mostly just custom assets, honestly, from that point. And, you know, different buildings and things like this that you can select what type of cars come from it and things like that, but it doesn't really affect gameplay too much, more of convenience mods than anything. So first things first, you can see that our sewage is backing up. So we are still having a problem with sewage because of last time, this disgrace over here. So I will go ahead and put another treatment plant down, and I think that's just all we can do. It looks like there's already a pipe there though. So I'll put a treatment plant down to help kind of combat that. Does look like we are having problems with selling goods though. This train terminal actually isn't working 100%, and I think that's due to the fact that there's only one track in right now. So it does cause some weirdness in here, because we can only get one train in and out since I had to do this stupid thing. This sewage pit though for this episode is going to be removed. My plan for getting rid of the rest of this water, so when I did my time lapse, actually a lot of this water just kind of seeped out that sewage and into, or the drainage and into the water. But what I'm gonna do now is actually just put up a wall, another flood wall, and sorry, there's so many extra buttons now that I'm not used to. So I'm going to put up an extra flood wall here. And we're just going to start raising the land back up so we can actually utilize this land in the future, I guess. Not that I have plans for it currently, but since we do have money, to do it, we're going to go ahead and do it now so we don't forget about it later. So believe right click is the key I want, and then this will just level it all up to that height. I'm gonna set the brush size pretty high, and we're just gonna bring this all up. And look at that, it's so much easier than how we did it before. I'll actually level out all this over here too. So that's all level. Doesn't look like any of the water came flowing out, so most of it just went back into the ground. And that was it. So this thing that took us almost 2 episodes to build, we were able to get rid of in 20 seconds. And that was that. So I'm wondering now if I can actually... Oh, perfect. See, this is what I was trying to do before. So with these mods, I can actually get rid of these trees. Now, I know it's not the best because we would like forest, but I don't really need the trees right now, so that's what I was trying to get rid of. Oh, and there's all the water. Well, this is an interesting new thing. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I guess. We have a new feature to it. Oh, man. Oh, they're gone. Oh, man. Look out. There's a tidal wave. Oh, man. This is not good. I bet you the insurance companies love me. So let's just let this play out and flood everything, I guess. And it should go away. I still don't know what water does to people. Obviously it stops things from functioning, but I don't really know what it does other than that. Although this is weird. This could actually be a problem. We now have submarines in our city. Huh. And they're just, you know, they got watertight trucks and they're going for it. So let's take a ride on one of these cars that are coming out of here. Yep. So we're gonna tap on you and we're gonna go right through here. Here we go. Underwater. We'll just, that's it. We're just driving through water. No big deal. And then when we come out, and that's it. We're it's so bizarre. Hopefully that goes away, I guess. I don't, not really sure. And we are losing money again. So what has changed that has caused us to suddenly lose so much money? I've literally touched nothing. So people are complaining of high taxes. I did raise the taxes. That is a valid point. I can lower the taxes a bit, back down to 11%. I think we can afford to do that, even though we are losing money. But you know, whatever, it's cool. I get it, you can't really leave the taxes that high for that long. So one thing I'm going to do very quickly now to save money is again turn off these garbage services, because this is where a majority of our money is going. And I'm going to lower the percentage. I mean, look at how much money is going to the garbage. $10,000. Like, that's insane. The other thing is $2,000 to trains, which I think I'm going to turn down. I know we're trying to export goods, but I also don't want to have another bailout. So we will also lower the road budget, I think. I know the roads are going to get bad and it's going to affect traffic, but we can't afford it at this point. So I think that will kind of help to slow it down. I do apologize if you see some frame jumps. With this many assets, I'm still working to optimize the game. I'm trying to figure out which ones cause lag and which ones don't. I've removed a lot, I've added a lot, and I'm trying to optimize the game. So hopefully you're still going to get that crisp look. I know there is a little bit of a difference in the look of the game now. It has different shaders, it has a different field of view. Hopefully that isn't too big of a change for many of you, or a welcome change at least. But I don't want anyone to not like the changes, so please let me know if you've enjoyed these or not, and we'll go from there. Again, also if you have any assets or things like that that you want me to add, even if they're ones you've made, I'll be willing to do that. So please just leave a comment down in the description, or in the comment section, not the description, and I'll get to it. Possibly it will be in the next episode. So it does look like this water is kind of subsiding. There's still like a weird puddle going on here. I don't know, but it's better than it was. So we're so very on the edge of money. It's really a bit concerning. I'm trying to see what is kind of causing that, and I really just think it is garbage services, which is unfortunate because it's so costly. I do have some other assets for garbage services that maybe are able to better help the needs over here. So this one's very expensive, but produces a smaller amount of pollution, but is able to handle a lot more garbage. So I do think this is something that I do want to place down. I mean, look at how many garbage things I have. How much does this cost per week? And it can handle 25 trucks. These are 1,000 a week, and I think these were 1,500 a week for the same sort of thing with only 10 trucks. Whereas the ones I was just looking at, which I closed, are about the same. They're 1,500 per week with 25 trucks. So I'm going to do that. Oh, it's only 1,200. I'm going to do that, and I'm actually going to just shut down these ones here. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Going to destroy... I think there was one in here, wasn't there? Oh my goodness, the cows. Yeah, this incineration plant. That's gone. And then was there another one somewhere? Pollution. Oh man, that's bad. It's really bad, but that's fine. So we do need water, so we'll go ahead and drag this water right through here. Perfect, and that should connect up to that. And this should really help with the garbage and hopefully help with the money. So it did cost us a huge chunk of change, but I am glad that I kind of left the game running. Again, I did not mean to leave the game running that long. It's just I got sidetracked while I was rendering out the other episode, and well, it just kind of happened. But the past is the past. I can't really reverse how much money I got from that. So I am concerned about them being able to sell their goods. I'm not sure why there aren't people buying their products or anything like that. So we do currently have a lot of demand for industrial, but it looks like these garbage trucks aren't even getting to this area. I'm a little curious as to where they're going, but they're just not making the route all the way. So it looks like a lot of them are even going all the way down here. Garbage is just an insane problem in the city, and the budget isn't there, which could be the reason. Oh man, what's going on? We're really having a problem with exporting goods. It looks like this whole area is just having a problem with goods. So I am going to increase the budget on trash back to 100%. Same thing for daytime. And hopefully that will help to catch up with the trash, but I don't know what we're going to do about the buyers for products. I guess we could start advertising for people. So for this, what I want to do, I think, let's slow the speed of this game down. And I think what I'm going to do, if possible, is squeeze in... Can I put no collision on this and just pop it down? Again, I really do not like using no collision so much, but I do think that in a case like this, I mean, there's nothing to this road. Why wouldn't it fit there? And I don't want to do a lot of adjusting. Again, I am focusing a lot on the looks of my city. I think it needs to be one of the major focuses. And if that requires me to do a no asset type of thing, or no collision type of thing, I'm sorry, then so be it. So it does look like I have a lot of train track options now, so I can do concrete, gravel, grass, or on a road. Which, this is interesting. So how does this work? Wow, so this actually puts tracks on a piece of road. So I downloaded these assets actually from a fellow YouTuber. I'll put the link down to the Steam community where I got all these assets. Again, some of them are not updated, so this YouTuber compiled this list probably a few months ago, but there's been a lot of updates since then. Some of the mods don't work, some of them do. Add which ones you think you need. I added the whole list, and it probably took me up to 4 hours to find out which ones worked, which ones didn't, and some of them work with different computers, some of them don't. So you'll have to kind of figure which ones you need. or that will work with your system. Unfortunately, I will try to compile a list in the future so that we can get them on kind of one big platform. But my mods are constantly changing, so I don't want to spend the time currently to get a list that might just change before next week's episode. So these tracks are pretty cool. I'm not really sure what the... Oh, what is all this? There's so much you can do for this. Wow. So they go like this. Oh, wow. Hang on. I think I missed something here. Let me delete all this. So I'm going to keep the tracks on gravel because the rest of them are gravel. I want to include illumination though. So my options are all of these ones, which I think... What if I just do an old street lamp? Will that look kind of cool? So that puts street lamps in the middle of the train track all the way down. Wow. So that adds quite a bit of detail to this. Let's see what other options there are. I can change which bridge it is, and I can change... So that's the distance. Can change what type of bridge we have. So there's a... That is really bright. Do you kind of like that though? Because this is a train station hub. It kind of adds more of a... Where you would typically see lights, I guess, is what I'm trying to think of. Which ones were these? These ones? No, these ones. Yeah, so typically in areas where there's a lot of movement and things like that, you'll always see lots of lights. And industrial wise, you know, they want to light up the cargo, make sure there's no thieves or anything. And ensure that all their precious cargo and all that is safe. Also, can we take a moment to understand what this garbage truck is doing? Because it looks like he's about to crash. Just saying. Whoa. So these are apparently lights for the Brooklyn Bridge? Interesting. Huh. Alright then, well, that's something. I guess these orange lights are pretty good. What are these called? Stainless Avenue light. So if this, okay, so that did not work at all. They did get this mod that helps you to draw straight lines of things, but for whatever reason, it only does these barriers currently. I'll have to look into that and see why that's the case. And if we can get it to do street lights and things. I have been able to get it to do street lights in the past, kind of like this. It spaces them out evenly and gets it all together. But for whatever reason, it's not working. So like I said, it is going to be a little touch and go with some of these mods. But I think that once we get them all working and sorted out, it will really help to add more dynamic to the city here. So let's just focus back on the railroad that we were working on and kind of get the city back in order here. So I'll curve this road back and then, oh my goodness, these cows though. We'll kind of do a weird little curve there. And that kind of gets that track back. And again, we do have to do a raised one here and to here somewhere. I believe is how we had it working before. So our city has kind of recovered from where we were at. We were able to gain some money. I already went through $500,000 almost, thanks to sitting with the game running for a while. Can actually see some of these bubbles are going away, which is good. So we've gone through quite a bit of money to get our city back where we want it. Hopefully as daytime comes, we'll see a lot of these demand bubbles go away, and then we can actually address our demand that we have going on here, which is great. We haven't had demand in the city for quite some time, but that means our city wants to expand. So we are at a population of 20,000 currently. Doesn't seem like too much, but it is considering they're all suburbs and half the population is dead. Don't know why, but they are. So, in next week's episode, hopefully we'll be able to kind of get rid of the dead people. We'll get rid of all their bodies and sort out the demand issues. Again, as I said earlier, if you have any recommendations for any mods or assets you want me to add and or remove from my current setup, let me know. Again, check the description link to see all the assets that I'm currently using and adjust them to your likings and needs. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.